My ex treated me like a wallet when she made more than me. And the guy thinks it'll be better in Asia. To play devil's advocate, I believe passport bros just want women that want to actually start a family and not a woman that only looks at a man for how much money he makes. Okay, so you just said some really interesting things there, Mika and Pachi. So that is actually another argument that I very much want to talk about because that I think is a much more important conversation to have. The conversation that he's having is very predatory and he's trying to spin this argument so that it caters to the people that want to indulge in the passport bro culture. Most people don't have this view, so they're probably going to look away, but the people that really believe in this, they're going to be sucked in. That other argument that you're making is another one that has a lot of racial overtones that people don't seem to realize, which is why it's so important to talk about. So what you mentioned here is that, hey, I see a lot of people wanting to date Asian women because they're more traditional and they want to start families and they want to love you rather than treat you like money. They really care about family and they want there to be like a real family, which is very different than in the US now because we have very different definitions of family than what the traditional definitions were. So, obviously, we all know the traditional definitions of like one man, one woman, have lots of babies, and have a nice family life, and like treat family units as an important part of identity of being a human, right? That's a huge part of what a lot of people believe. The issue is that why do you think family structures are like this? Why do you think they're changing? When did they start changing? They started changing when women had more freedom and women were able to divorce. Women were able to work. Women were able to vote. Women were able to do lots of things. It has changed because we're realizing that men and women can do interchangeable roles a lot of the times in this modern world. And not everybody wants to have that role in their life. They don't want to be the wife all the time. They don't want to be the mother. That's changing. There's a small percentage that still wants those traditional things, but there's also a large percentage of people that don't want that. And ostracizing people for not wanting that is pretty terrible. Now I'm going to tell you the issue with stereotyping Asian women in particular for being upholders of this traditional thing. Why do you think Asian women uphold this traditional thing? And why do you think so many people believe that Asian women uphold these traditional things? By the way, I don't know if you guys remember, but I'm Taiwanese American. I am an Asian woman as well. I have many family in Taiwan. It's not like that everywhere anymore. It really isn't. And reducing entire cultures down to what you think they're like is pretty terrible. I've seen this my whole life, and maybe for someone like you guys might not see it as much because maybe you're not Asian, maybe you're not a woman, maybe you don't see these kind of stereotypes, but I've seen many stereotypes and I've been treated a lot of different ways because they generalize from who I am and what I look like to what kind of values that I hold dear. When you treat an entire culture as one thing, as a monolith of like these traditional values, you're saying what made you important to me was your Asianness, and your Asianness was important because it means that you are a traditionalist. There are definitely many people in Asian countries that don't believe that. There are many that are not like that. And when you think that they are, it builds on those systemic racism that's already present. It's solidifying that view that people have when they think of Asian countries and prostitutes or wives. That idea of like Asian women are traditional and subservient. They'll listen to you and they want to pamper you and make sure that you're doing okay, right? Like they are here for you and for the family. Not every Asian woman wants that. And trapping them in this kind of view is very toxic. A lot of them don't want that thing. So assuming that entire countries of people are going to have that and thinking that their Asianness is equivalent to that is a huge issue. So that's the overtone of racism that I was talking about. So that's a huge issue. Just for this, I'm going to blow you guys.